Hey guys, I'm back, and I'm bringing today a show called Spiritpact. It's actually a Chinese animation that has a Japanese dub, which is how I watched it because at first I didn't know that it was a Chinese animation. Um, but then I read more about it after I finished it, and I found out that it was. It was actually really good. I couldn't tell that it was a Chinese animation, probably because I watched it as a Japanese dub and not as the Chinese original. It was a Shounen-ai, so focusing on guy romance, not on sex or anything. But I really enjoyed it. The relationship between the two guys formed after death, basically. So one guy is alive and has spiritual powers and all of that, and the other guy dies, basically in the first episode. And then becomes what's called a spirit shadow, which basically just fights alongside with the other guy. So there are kisses between them, there's happiness, there's a lot of heartbreak because it's tough going through death the first time. It's tough to see him have to go through what's going on, to go through figuring out that he's died and figuring out his new role as a spirit shadow, and all the politics that go with it, because the guy that he's a spirit shadow for is like head of this house, and he is the main guy that does all the power stuff all over the freaking world. So there's a lot of politics because the guy who died is from an unknown background, an unknown family, and that makes the family very unsure about him and unsure about what he's going to do, and basically the whole house is trying to revolt against the main guy and basically either kill him or just take him out of his job. So because of this, there's a lot of stuff that goes on, a lot of rivalry, a lot of fighting, a lot of trying to kill each other. What I found really interesting about this show is that the date and time of his birth was a really important factor, because that's a weakness that can kill them if somebody knows the date and time of their birth, which is really cool because otherwise they don't age. And there's this magic sword, and this sword apparently contains the souls of some people who made it, because apparently it was made out of some guy's arm or something. And because of that, the spirit shadow keeps getting visions of it, and he's a descendant, I guess. And because of that, he keeps, in his dreams, he keeps seeing these two people, and he has no idea what's going on. And it keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps going, and souls get possessed, and it's a really interesting show. I would recommend watching it. It's got action, it's got a little bit of romance, it's got comedy, it's got did I say action already? I might have, because there's fights. I don't know. It's supernatural powers with fighting and romance, and it's got a guy where there's kisses and stuff. So I've really enjoyed it. I gave it a 9.5 out of 10, just because it hurt my soul a lot. So I couldn't give it the whole 10 out of 10 because there's some things that I think could have been dealt with better. And there were a couple of people that had left loose ends in the show, and because of that, I feel like it's unfulfilled. I really hope there will be a second season, because this is a rather new anime. It only came out, I think, the end of 2016, early 2017, and so it's subbed into English from a Japanese dub. So, I don't know. I hope there's going to be more of it. I would watch more of it for sure, because it's something that I enjoy. Other than that, there's really nothing I can tell you guys about it without spoiling it too much, and I really hope I haven't given you too many spoilers so far. But I think you should give it a try if you like supernatural action, romance, and if you're not opposed to two guys kissing like some people are. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.